All right, Ashley, you ready?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ready to rock and roll. Look at that money. Love that. Gotta like that Pink Floyd.
Can you also listen to the music like on your headphones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was listening to it. Yeah. I was jigging along.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. So, well, good morning. Hello, everybody. We all ready to go? We're streaming. Are we live?
Yeah, we're streaming. We're live.
Oh, right. Well, welcome from rainy Vancouver today. Today is the 15th of February, 2025. My name is Ashley, and we have Isaac, and welcome everybody. So, what are we talking about today, Isaac? Yeah, I know, right? Which way do we point here? That way, this way? Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Good morning from the beautiful Vancouver. 3 degrees outside, a cloudy view.
Rain. It's
It's
rain,
raining. Oh,
rain. Yeah. I got up this morning, it was raining, and I walked in it. So,
okay.
yeah,
Rainy Vancouver. Then yeah, we're back. We're back with the rain.
there you go. Normal.
Yeah.
So, what's on the agenda today?
Oh, what's on your agenda?
I don't know. I left my notes at home.
I also left my notes.
I'm kidding. So, I think we got to start with Trump again, right? You know, this is just keeps escalating, keeps going on, right? And he did his thing again. Oh, we're going to retaliatory. Have I got that right? I don't know. Tariffs, right? And basically, he turned around and said, look, he believes a tax is a tariff, so he's just going to match other people's taxes. So if he buys things from the UK and they charge a VAT, he considers that a tariff. So as he considers that a tariff, he's just going to match it. So that is what it
But
is.
he said he's gonna start. I mean, he signed it, but this one is gonna take place in like a couple of months, no, or something like that.
Well, yeah, I was going to say. However, he's now extended. It's not going to start till April 1st.
Do you think this is like another threat?
I think the whole thing is that. It's a whole bunch of things to get into negotiations. The Canadians just came back from a trip and said about everything went well, good negotiations. So they're opening negotiations. Mexico opened negotiations. Europe opened negotiations. China did something. It's all look. Here's the thing: we are dealing with egos here, right? When you're from Mexico, right? You live in Canada now, but you have a love for your country, right? So when you see your country get bullied, right, you want your politicians to stand up and go, no, right?
Yeah.
Makes you proud, right?
Yeah.
You don't want them to get bullied and smacked around. It's the same thing. So politicians are, right? Don't you talk to us like that. Everybody wants to save face. Everybody wants to win. But at the end of the day, if we, as the people, allow this to go on, we will get hurt. That's why you saw a lot of uprising in the States. People were like, "Oh, we've had enough of this shit. Stop it!" Right?
Yeah.
They don't realize that it's just a negotiation, and you're getting all these people coming out saying, like these sort of like the potash group. I don't know what they're called, but they buy a lot of potash from Canada, and they're saying, "Oh, you can't do this. It's to ruin us. Lumber, California purchases a lot of lumber from us, right?" And they say, "No, you can't do that." So they're starting to fight back. They're starting to push it. But I finally found, I believe, the reason why Trump is doing all this. I read an article, I was reading about a report, and he was saying about, we are so much in debt. We got a lot of debt, and they want to trim that fat. They want to do that, and I guess that's what they're trying to do. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we've talked about it before. How they go about it is not really the way we would probably go about it, right? But again, I think it's his drive of make America great again, and we deserve respect and all this kind of stuff. And so he figures that being the bully is the best way. We'll see. And now it looks like there's going to be discussions of, with Ukraine and Russia, right? They're actually trying to set up a meeting between him and Putin in Russia. That would be interesting if that happens. He's not against it. He's not against going to China. China now is trying to facilitate that meeting, whether it's in China, whether it's in Russia, who knows? When you get the three biggest bullies in the yard coming together, I think it's a good thing. It can only be a good thing in the long run. So we'll see what happens. But it seems now that Putin's even said that he's open to the discussions of coming out of Ukraine. So it might be an interesting 2025. And I'm not sure what's happened with Hamas. I don't know if you heard. Hamas was supposed to release hostages today, and they turned around and said they're not going to do it because Israel's revoked on the treaty or whatever. And then Trump came and said, if you don't do it by noon Saturday, all hell will break out. So I don't know what's going on there. I haven't read anything else. Hopefully cooler heads prevail and they will release those hostages and we can move in the right direction. But now, interestingly enough, I think the markets are starting to settle down. I don't know what you think, but that's how I look at it. I'm looking at it and going, you know what? We're starting to see some direction. We're starting to see, some hope in the future. I think I sent out a post. I actually am thinking that people are like listening to the tariffs and going, yeah. No, not really. They're not really reacting to it as much as they did before. So we'll see how that moves ahead. But interesting week for me trading wise. We're going to have a lesson on following your rules. It's a very important lesson which hurt me last week. And even I make that mistake. And I'll tell you this. Most traders, in my experience, when they have a bad loss or have something really bad happen, it's because they failed to follow their rules. And I want you guys to think about that. It's not about, because if you follow your rules, you won't have a big loss. Would we agree on that?
Oh yeah. It keeps your stop loss tight.
Yeah, and you protect your account and all that kind of. We've talked about account management, right? Trade management, right? You place the trade, you place the stop loss, you've got the target. It doesn't end there, in my opinion. I believe that you need to manage it because things can change. If you've learned anything in this situation the last 2 years, things can change in a heartbeat. It's not, it's going this way for sure, it'll change. And maybe temporarily, but it can change very quickly. So I'm a firm believer of managing your trade. And when you follow that, and what is managing your trade? Well, moving your stop loss when you're in profit, right? That's managing your trade. And basically what you're doing is you're banking your profits. So if the market does turn around against you, you don't lose out. And I'll show you. I'll show you the good. What happened? Nice trades on the gold, right? But I'm gonna talk about a bad one that I basically broke my rules. So. If you want, we can dive right in on that now, unless you have something else you want to talk about.
I have a couple of questions, but I don't know if you want to go into the gold trade first. But I have questions because you said the market is like it's getting some direction, right? And you can see gold is at all-time highs right now, right? Is that correct? Is it the gold?
Yeah, but it's exhausting. I mean, I talked about that before last week that it's starting to exhaust, and I'm expecting a pullback, retracement, correction, whatever you want to call it. But I believe there's one more push before the pullback, and I got that push, a $500+ win, but now we're getting the pullback, the correction. And I'm in a trade right now that I didn't close out. I'm still in it. I'm $460 up. We've got another 100 and some dollars to go, and I'm looking for basically, a big movement down. I've got a level that I want to trade to, and yeah, because I believe gold is exhausted itself.
Well, I think the same thing. I don't know. It does. I don't think it applies the same. But the SPY, the S&P 500, is also near the all-time highs, and other stocks as well that are like near all-time highs, and it's really weird because, for example, some stocks that I've seen, for example, Meta, we can look at it later. Meta, it's been reaching all-time high after all-time high. And it's been like on 20-day. What do you call 20 days strike? I don't know what it's called.
Streak, yeah, 20. So over 20 days, it's been making a high.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's coming back.
It's been on the green.
That's gonna. Okay, so.
I mean, it's a great company. It has great numbers, but that doesn't look normal.
No, and I think, you have to look at money flow, what's happening in the market. Yeah, we all want the market to push up again. We do. But you can't go from a high. You have to have some kind of pullback, kind of dip, whatever. And this is what I would look for myself if I was trading that. And, now, I don't know if anybody's aware of this, but there is, in the institutional arena, there is actually, I have a strategy called the 2020 that I use for currencies. And what that is, it's on a daily chart, and you look for 20 highs or lows in a row. Not consecutive, they don't have to be consecutively. So day one, you could have a high, and then, the next day there'll be another high. And then after that, it does 2 more days lower than that second high, and then it goes higher again. That's the third high. And subsequently, what happens is that when you get to the 20th high, that it's made a 20th new high, that market is ripe for a correction. And usually the correction is anywhere from 350 to 500 pips. Now, there's a little bit more to it than that, because it's an old banker's trade that was taught to me many, 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 many years ago by accident, where I was with a group that we used to meet at this mentor's office, and the group, we were just shooting the shit. We were just yapping about the market, and somebody said, don't we have a strategy that we could just trade the daily chart and just leave it like that instead of looking at this intraday stuff? And I get fed up, and we were talking about that, and our guy said, well, actually, he said, there's a old banker's trade and he actually, defines trend for the long term. And we go, oh, okay. I said, what it is 20 highs or 20 lows. If we in the institutional bankers trades, or traders or mutual fund traders, not saying it's prevalent now. He said it was an old banker's trade, so maybe it's not so prevalent now. So if they would get 20 highs, say, they would then place a buy on that high because it's showing a continuation, a trend.
Yeah.
So they would buy, right? And this last statement that he said piqued my interest. I got excited. And he said, yeah, it's good, and this is what they do because they believe it's trend. How unfortunately it only works, 20% of the time. And I didn't hear only works 20% of the time. I heard it fails 80% of the time. And I went, whoa, hold on a minute. So you're telling me that this is what they do, but the market doesn't respond? It goes, no, not really, because usually sometimes on that high, it retraces, has a pullback, And I go, well, how much of a pullback? He said, oh, sometimes significant. It takes a while before it to get going again. So then of course, I, being the rebel I am, I said, well, why don't we trade it the other way? And he goes, yeah, why not? So then for a couple of months, I started to trying to develop this strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, oh boy, oh boy, was it good.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I'm going to say this. I mean, there's a lot more to it than just seeing a 20th high and then selling. No, there's a lot to it than that. Obviously, there's more complexities to that. But I created this method to do it. Now, why is it good? Well, because when you have an example like you're saying, and saying, oh, it's made all these highs, traders want to define tops and bottoms, right? Because if they can trade right at the top, they can make a lot of money going down. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
So I got to define my high, my top, and my low, my bottom, and that'll be great. And this is a way of helping you define that, because you've just said it. You just said, well, it's making a lot. Maybe it's too much. It's got to come down. So this is where it's good, because you're going to get some kind of pullback. And when you see the 20th, now I'm going to say sometimes it goes down and makes a 21st high and then a 22nd. Doesn't always do it, no, because remember, it sometimes does work. So we have rules like, oh, if there's 3 more highs in a row, we're not going to trade it. We're going to start again. It's invalid. And there's a lot of things like that. But when you use this and you use it with the Fibonacci strategies that I have, it's very, very powerful. So there's also something I like to use, especially with the gold, is the COT report, which is the commitment of traders. Commitment of traders is showing these are the institutional traders that report their trades. And basically you know exactly what they're doing. So there's only a certain amount of positions available for them to buy gold. And when they're tapped out, they have to sell it off. And this is one of the things when I saw it was really, really high at that level. I said, okay, it's exhausted. It's going to start. Look, banks like to take their money, right? So when they're buying gold and it's got to that level, they're not going to carry on holding it. They're going to unload it, because
so you're saying you can see what other investors, bankers are doing with the gold?
Yeah, institutional traders. You have non-commercial, commercial. Look, there's two. This show is not long enough for us to go into it deep, right? But it's called the commitment. Hold on a second. Let me just try and share it with you here. I opened this up here. Right. Okay. But what I'm going to do, this is the Commodity Futures Traders Commission. So let me just go here. So you guys can,
Let me know when
see
you're
me good
sharing.
right here. Commitment of traders, right? This one is good, right? And
You sharing the screen?
oh, I see. Sorry, I'm not sure. Oh, I thought I was, but I guess I'm not. So just give me 1 second.
Sure.
So I just want to provide it so it's easy for me to explain, because sometimes it's hard to explain to
Yeah.
people. So okay, let me just go back here and share my screen. Okay, I'm sharing now, and basically, so what is the what the guys can look at to help understand what the big guys are doing?
Actually, can
Now,
you hear me?
you don't, yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah.
You cut out the whole time, so now we're back with your screen and Now it should be good.
Okay. All right. So let's start again. So what is the Commitment of Traders COT Report? The Commitment of Traders COT Report is a weekly publication that shows the aggregate holdings of different participants in the U.S. futures market. Those participants are non-commercial and commercial, right? The retail traders is very, very little. We don't even look at that. And basically, it's telling you what are they looking at? What is it they have purchased? What positions are they in? Now, we have to understand that, as I said, it's a little bit more to it than just me telling you this. This comes out on, they stop it on Tuesday, but then they don't get the information until Friday. So there's a gap. So we have to watch it. But I look for this. We all know that there's a certain amount of positions that are available to buy, right? You have this many in this price, this many in that price, and there's an amount that you can purchase that's available. But when that reaches that maximum, that's when you got to start realizing, and it's high. They got to start selling off. So this is what we're looking at now. Again, you can study more about this, read more about this. Is there going to be a video on this? Are we going to do something? I think there's going to be something that we should do eventually, because that is something I look at. But I keep it simple. I don't look at the whole, the COT report came out and yen is very bullish, right? And now you look at it and you go, hold on a minute, the yen is not bullish. It's weak. Because you have to understand, it hasn't happened yet. It's called futures. So it's in the future. They're saying we're thinking it's. You understand what I mean, right? So you have to kind of realize sometimes you look at it and say, hey, they're more bullish. It doesn't mean to say that the currency in question, the euro or the US, is gonna be strong. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Not really, right? Not really, right? So it's certainly a thing that I use, but I use a very particular part of it, right? And it just helps the big guy. When you see the big guys, when they have a certain amount of positions available, and all those positions are pretty much purchased, they can't make any more positions until they sell off what they have.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense, right? So that's what I look for. Now, I know other people use this for different things and they're really into it and all this kind of stuff, but I just use that one, especially just for oil and for gold. I look at the US dollar, euro, obviously. I look at those. I'm looking more for the euro to get stronger now. Right, that's partly because I believe the U.S. wants to be weak. I partly believe that they're trying to stimulate, the euro economy, right? And so I think we're going to start to see euro strength, and that's probably hard with the fact that we got U.S. weakness as well, right? So anyway, that it's another thing. Look, you guys can you say COT report, Google it, read about it. Like do your own due diligence. Don't just listen to me. But it's very hard to sort of show you exactly what I'm looking at. I'm not really prepared for it. I could put something together and show a graph and say, look how many positions there are, look how many positions are here, and typically commercials and non-commercials are in the opposite direction. So commercials are buying longs, and non-commercials are buying shorts. So they go opposite each other. So there's a lot of craziness going on. It can be very, very confused. So I remember looking at this 10 years ago, and it totally like, whoa. No way. See you later, alligator. And then after a while, you just see some more articles about it or videos about it, and you start to find what you can pick from it. And I know that one thing I do know is that there's only a certain amount of future positions available. So that's the way I understand it, and that's how I look at it. And so if you don't have any more, if you can't buy any more positions at a price, if there's none left, what's going to happen? They've got to sell the ones they have to have the ability to buy more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes
Right?
sense.
That's as simple as I look at it, and I look at the COT report to say, hey, what are my positions? What are the positions? What's the maximum positions? What's the position? Oh, look at that! Wow, top round. Oh my God! Right? It's time to, sayonara. And why do people buy gold?
Because it's a safe asset, no? It's a
Yeah, it is, right? And it's a safe asset. We usually buy gold
well,
when there's
why would
conflict.
you buy? What would you buy if it's this high? That's my question.
Why would you buy it?
If it is this high already, like it's at all-time high, you don't buy high, you buy low.
Exactly. But what conflicts do we have now? Like the tariff things are settled. Israel seems to be settled. Ukraine's on the way to being settled. Unless something bad happens, right? There's no reason to buy gold. I'm not saying gold is going to go higher than 3,000. I'm not saying that that's not going to happen. I do believe that we will see it. But we need a pullback first, because what's the first principle of buying?
Buy low.
Are we low?
No.
We're getting there. But look at my chart here. I'll show you the chart if I can get it. Let's go gold here. For some reason it says New Zealand. I don't know why. Give me 1 sec. Sorry.
And I have another question for the technicals.
Okay. Well, you could ask them while I'm doing this if you like.
Yeah, I asked you. Remember a couple of days ago, how would you? Okay, so I don't know if this applies for the currencies as well, because I'm more into stocks. But other than the fundamentals, how would you find in the analysis of the chart when the bullish trend is over, when we are ready for a bearish trend?
Oh, okay. Well, I'll show that right now. I'll give you my 10 cents on it in 2 seconds. I'm going to switch over to share my screen.
Yeah.
And we can answer that same question while I show you.
Or
this.
the opposite way. When there's a bearish.
Yeah. I understand what you mean. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you see my chart, right?
Yep.
The Aussie, the gold chart.
Mm-hmm.
So you see this trend line I've drawn up here, right? You see how now, okay, let's go over the high first. Look at the high here, right?
Yes.
Then it came down, then it made a low, 50%. Then it went up, but it did not hit the high there.
Can we zoom in?
It struggled.
Yeah, just scroll up maybe.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Let's go up.
Thank you.
How's that?
Perfect.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. So now I know that this got rejected. And even though it tried, it didn't make it. Look, there's the high there, right? So bearing in mind, I made my trade. I've got my extra push, but it seems that it's not.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever thought about this, because I don't trade on this type of chart, white and blue. So which one is the red candle? I don't know. Is it the white or the color one? I don't know which one is which. It's
okay.
I mean, probably it makes sense on other charts, but in this one, I don't know. I think the blue is the green, right?
Hold on a sec. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Make things easier for you.
Up candle. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no,
You
no.
happy? What?
No, I am not even happy. Oh, I'm bad with colors. Can you put the green like
Oh, for
very light?
crying out loud, you're bad with colors. Jesus.
Yeah, can you put the green super light green? Like, yeah,
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh,
up. Like almost yellow. So yeah, yeah, that's better. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Yes. Thank you.
dear. What about the red?
Oh, you can
Is
leave
the
it.
red
You
one
can leave it.
okay?
Can you save it? I want to see how it looks. Oh, this is much better. Thank you so much. You saved my
All right.
eyes.
Okay. Okay. So let's get back.
Thank you.
So now, you guys will know by now I am so into levels, and one of my levels is the close open. Yes?
Yes, sir.
See the close open on this daily, right? And see how it went underneath, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as it's going underneath there, so let's see if it closed on a 4 hour. Trying to explain. See how this closed? This is the level,
Mm-hmm.
right? It closed, it tested, and then went down. This is why I traded, right? This is telling me, see, look, daily, right? Close, open.
Mm-hmm.
This is an outstanding level of resistance and support,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this closed underneath it on the 4 hour. This is why I traded it down and see how it's coming down. Now, where am I expecting it to go? Well, I'm going to ask you. See this trend line up here?
Mm-hmm.
Look, from here, come up, hit down, come up, hit down, come up, hit
It's a
down,
beautiful, beautiful
come
trend line.
up, hit down, come up, come up, come up, come up. Where do you think this is a high probability to go to?
Yeah,
How
that.
about this trend line?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there, here, but look what we have here. Do we not have a close open there? Now on the daily, and look what we have here. Boom, and we have a low right there. So,
You tested
would
this.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, would you keep this as simple as possible to say, there's a high probability to go here, then to this trend line, and then what? Well,
Yeah. That.
now you're asking me, now that I'm going to answer the question that you talked about, when do we believe that it's more of a bearish? This is bullish, this is
Yes.
going up. When could we think I'm having a correction here? I'm trading a correction, right? Now, to look at this on the 1 hour,
1 hour.
look at this correction. That's, yeah, that's quite, doesn't look so strong as when you put it here. You think, oh, that's not much.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So now to answer your question, if I break this level right here and this uptrend line,
Mm-hmm.
my expectation now is to go further down.
Till where?
Well,
Till
that's,
next
I
level.
mean,
Okay.
now, yeah, we're creating levels again,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And remember, we're on the daily. So again, I'll go back to the weekly and let's see if we can define a level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here we are here, right? We've broken this level. So where's the next level?
I
You
would
tell me.
say around two. Yeah, you can see those two big candles, the red and the green in the middle, two large candles, around two. Yeah, around 200. Sorry, 2,500 or two. Yeah.
Okay, let's be practical here. Look what we have here. We have a close and an open.
Yeah.
There. That's the
There.
next level.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it can't get down here until it breaks that.
Okay.
Right? Now,
Yeah.
if you want to mark a defining level, here's a high, right? Look where
Ah.
that high is.
Yeah.
So here's a low and a close open. So it's like here's an incredible reversal level that could possibly happen that it goes back up again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, you follow this, your trading will be
what?
so. Have I drawn this? Why have I drawn this? Well, I've drawn this because there's a possible level that this could retrace from.
Mm-hmm.
So this could go back up. Now we want another level. Okay, what other levels do I like? You tell me. Come on. I've been telling it to you for so long. What other levels do I like?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Hey, don't tell me. You like the levels, the open and close. Yeah, that's the first level, but you mentioned it already. The other levels that you like is the 50%.
What's my 100% favorite level of all time is the 50%.
Let's go.
Right? So what do we have here? A big ass candle.
Yes.
50% retracement. Right to here.
Okay,
Boom.
so
There's my that's the level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking now. Why have I drawn this level? Right, I've drawn this level because I believe the market could go here. However, it's also a level that it could come back, bounce up from.
Yeah.
So we need to identify it. If it closes underneath it, where's it going? Down to here, and possibly down to here. Then we have to wait while we're here and say, well, what's going to happen? Because it could come up a little bit, it could come down a little bit. What do I trade it down when I'm underneath this level? 27213. If I'm closed below there on a 4-hour, I'm trading down. And if you combine this with Fibonacci's, it's so rock and roll, it ain't funny. But this is what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. But it starts with this weekly here.
Mm-hmm.
What is this weekly candle? What is it? What did we what did we talk about last week?
It's a pin bar.
There you go. Closely.
You
maybe not.
But it's clearly maybe some rejection of that the uptrend is not continuing. That
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to add one little caveat. This is a week, which means
sorry, go ahead.
A weekly candle is going to open on Sunday, right? So this is the close here, yes?
Yes.
Right? This line right here, for all you people that are thinking, well, I'm going to sell it because he told me to. No, I want you to listen to this very carefully. This line right here, this price point, 2883.60. Now, this is for people that are not in the trade right now and want to take advantage of this 50% retracement and trade down to it, right? You have to wait until the price is below 2883, preferably on a daily chart, which is right here. Particular case, because there's a low, it will be better if you will wait till you're underneath the low. Because what's going to happen here? What is the high probability to happen to this candle right here, everybody?
What is the high probability of this candle?
What should we see? What are we expecting?
I would
yes, what's going to happen to the next candle that opens? What's it going to do?
It's going to open over there. I don't know. Let's go. I don't know. I don't know. Too much pressure.
Okay, it's going to open.
Yeah, it's going to open.
What's the high probability it's going? Yeah, but what's it going to do?
It's going to move up or it's going to move down.
Okay, what happened? Look, what's happened to all these candles? 50% retracement.
50% retracement.
We expect a 50% retracement here, right?
Uh-huh.
So we want to be close below the close. Preferably better to be below this low. So we look at that. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have to look at probabilities. The probability is that the daily candle is going to go up to fulfill this 50%. And I want you to see where this 50% is.
Because, why? Because all the other red candles, after the red candle has been a green candle?
It's not about green and it's not about red. You're putting too much emphasis on the color of the candle.
That's
Here's
I mean, I just mean like the
here's the
opposite.
fi- here's the here's the 50%. Right
Mm-hmm.
here it is, right here,
Yes.
right there. Right now, you need to listen to me very carefully.
I'll listen to you very carefully.
Okay. All right. The expectation is that the next counter could possibly come up and hit this 50%. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do it this day. I'm not saying it's going to definitely do it tomorrow. But we expect 50% retracement all counters. Why? Did we get it here? Yes. 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 You understand what I'm saying? Did we get it here? Did we get it here? Don't think so. I don't
Well,
think so.
the previous candle,
Nope.
almost, I would
We
say,
don't. We
no?
didn't. Yeah, almost don't count. You almost scored?
Almost?
No, no. Here's the 50%.
Okay.
Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles. Out of 8 candles, 7 hit their 50%. 1 didn't. Oh, does that mean the 50% doesn't work?
Wait, okay, but the 50,
Right?
okay, sorry, the 50% applies for the candle on the left or the candle or the on the right, or it doesn't matter as long as it's the previous candle.
Yeah.
Previous
So it
candle.
would be on your left. So this
Yes.
candle, when the new daily candle opens, it's the previous day's candle. So we're waiting for a retracement of that previous day's candle.
Okay. Wait. Let me make a parenthesis here. That because we have people on the stream, and if they have questions about the 50%, because this has given me headache for so many weeks already. And if someone has question about the 50%, they can go ahead and ask. But I'm doing my best to understand the 50%. Okay, so you're saying on this current candle, the high probability of the next on the next candle is that it reaches the 50%. So it would be, yeah, it would go up to 2908.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And then start to come back down again. Now, if it goes above, it's going above. It's going up
Mm-hmm.
because it's above. What could stop it? What could stop it
That close.
is
Mm-hmm.
this close open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, this strategy, this tactic, this hack, whatever you want to call it, will be the best you've ever learned. This is
50%
freaking
retracement.
amazing. 50% close and opens.
Now,
Like when you look at lows, okay, where's this low? Look at this. Look where this open closes. Look, close open.
wait.
Open close right here.
Okay, you cut out.
Right.
Which
Same
open
thing.
close we're looking?
Well, you see this close and open,
Yes. Yes.
right? Further on, look at this candle. Boom.
Yeah.
It
Right.
just touched it and then went right up.
Mm-hmm.
These close and opens are very strong resistance and very strong support. And have you many times you've looked at your charts and you see a lone low and you go, where did that low come from? Why is there a low right there? Go check on the higher time frame. I would pretty much guarantee that it's a close and an open on a higher time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So don't count these out. These create levels, right? And you can see, look at this level here, right? And look at this level here, in between here, right? This doesn't come down here, right? It kept going up. And the thing is that the expectation is we're going to get the retracement, but we're not going to get the retracement, right? It may not go all the way. Why? Well, because something's in the way. This is in the way here.
Open and close. Or
Right?
close and open.
Yeah. Yeah. So this could stop it going up to there and then come back and go down. Remember, the expectation for me is we're selling off.
Okay.
We're going down.
But this is the daily. So do you focus more on the daily to define the trend? And you apply this 50% on the daily, or do you also look at it on the hourly chart?
Okay, yeah, I look at it. Let's go to the, can we start with the 4 hour or do you want to go to the hour?
No, for it's okay.
Okay, so 4 hours, I very rarely look at this now. Look at this. Look, I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
I think it actually, hold on a sec. Let me go back to the 4 hour. I'm going to color the 4 hour one. See this here? I'm going to color this color, and then I'm going to, you see this is a close
Close and
open,
open.
right? Yeah, on a 4 hour. Look what it is on the daily.
The 50.
50%. Fucking amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse my French, but I hope everybody sees that. So that right there, right? Do you see now the potential of this going back to here and stopping because it's a resistance of a close and an open
Mm-hmm.
and a 50% all combined. High probability, boom, back down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to roll this. Why do I think it's still going down? Okay, this all ties in to this. Just, well,
Oh
maybe I'll
no.
draw it here for you.
What is it?
Maybe I'll draw it here. Are the lines in the way, or can I keep the lines?
Yeah, up to you. Doesn't matter.
Look at this high. Look at this high. Look at this high to this 50%. Come on, guys, you must be getting excited. Look, this 50%. Boom. Look, it made a high. Look, close and open. Oh my God, this just gets me so pumped. Now, why do I think it's going down? Because I trade this. You know, I know I have a little arrogance. Is my methodology the greatest methodology out there? Yes,
It
it
is,
fucking
yeah.
is. There you go. I did it. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. I am looking to trade a
A
swing.
swing.
I am looking to trade a swing. A swing. What is a swing? What is a synopsis of a swing, guys? From a high to a low, a retracement to a lower high, and then an extension to a lower low. Very much makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yes? All right. Rules. Remember, I'm a rule guy. From the high to the low, there has to be a minimum of
Four
four candles.
candles. Yes.
How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3. If this retraces back, it's not a swing. It can retrace back, but I won't consider it a swing until it has a fourth low. Look at this low right here. I'm expecting this to come and hit here. This is what I'm expecting. This is where I believe my target is on my trade, I believe. So why? Because I'm expecting to make 4 down and I expect it to retrace. Now this could go here, this could make that fourth low down here. It could just open up and make the fourth low down here. What is this? What is this right here? Let's color this one too so we can see what it is on the daily. We're going to color it blue. We're going to go back to the daily and see what that is. This is a low, the daily low, right? Look at that. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's an important, like, so if it hits that, now we want it to be lower than that, so it makes the fourth low. Does that make sense?
Yep. That would be your
Right? So if
fourth.
this opens and breaks there, yeah, and then goes back up and starts retracing back to this 50%,
Mm-hmm.
what am I getting here? What if we get this? Look at my nice little candle right here. Look at that. There's my nice candle.
This is the candle you're expecting.
Yeah, I'm just speculating right
Yeah.
now, right? I'm a speculator, so I'm speculating.
Wouldn't you
So
expect
here's
it to the low, the other level, the next level, 28
no,
2866? Why? Because of the.
no. This is it. This is what I'm expecting it. I'm just giving you an example,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm expecting it to hit here. This is where I'm going. This one right here. That's where I'm going.
Yes.
That's where my trade is going to end. Now, I could be wrong, and if it goes above this level right here, I'll probably get out because then it's retracing to here, and I don't want to lose all the money I've made. I'll wait till it goes up here, then I'll trade it back down from here, back down to where I want to go. But we're just speculating on what we're trying to achieve here. If this happens, now I've got this swing. The first leg of my swing. Could it have 5? Yes. Could it have 6? Yes. Could it have 8? Well, how do I know it's retracing now? When the candle turns around, closes above here, right? This level right here, closes above this level here, but also closes above this close and open on a 4-hour, but actually has an extra to close above that high. Now I am high probability it's going to go to here. Well, to here first, come back, and then go to here. Does that make sense?
Makes sense, but I didn't quite understand why the fake candle you made it that short, that small. Why up to there?
Because there's a level here.
Well,
this is a level.
What's this level tells you?
I told you already. It's the low of the daily.
Okay. The low of the daily.
So if we break it, we've made a new low. Then we've made 4 lows.
Okay.
Remember? Do you want me to go back to the daily?
Yes.
Right, daily. Right?
Okay. I see.
Here's the low here, right?
I see.
Here's my little candle. Look at the little candle, right? So now it begs the question, what about a swing here? Yes, but this swing will happen, but we're getting retracements. We're getting down. We're getting retracements. We're getting down. We're getting retracements.
Okay. Wow.
So first of all, we want to deal with this. Is this just a simple retracement? Remember I drew this trend line from here, right? And I drew this up like this. Are we just retracing back to this trend line?
Could be.
Now, what could be another daily? Could be another daily candle here, another daily candle here, and then this breaks, and then it retraces back up, and then goes back down. The swing. Remember the swing? This swing right here, right? Could happen right here. But we don't know yet. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Do I have a high feeling that it's going to go here? Yeah, I do. I do believe it's going to go to here. Is that now going to go back up? I don't know. We'll have to look at the situation then. It needs to close above a level. I hope I haven't gone too far deep into it, but I just wanted to show why I'm trading it.
I think it's perfect. I think it's a perfect explanation.
If you know, the thing is that you create these levels that are support and resistance to trade from and trade to. So if you're at support, you're trading up to resistance. If you're at resistance, you're trading down to support. How you trade between there is up to you. I use Fibonacci because I like trading the swings. And when I put a Fibonacci level on my swing,
you look for the 50%. Right?
Not necessarily, right? These red levels, blue level, green levels, right? The retracement in the red is going to this target right here. That's simple. These levels are mathematical of this original swing, this original high to low. These levels are mathematical retracement levels. So this, right, from this high to this low, this level here is 0.236%.
Okay.
Of that original move. This is math is king in trading. Math is king. Well, yes, do math.
Yeah, I think we can learn more about Fibonacci on later other videos, but or maybe we can make on the next videos more about the Fibonacci. But I want to ask you before we go, because we spent the time flies here. I wanted you to look at Meta if possible. Meta. So now we move from the currencies, the gold. We talk a lot about gold. Can we look to Meta?
Yeah, are you gonna show your chart, or you want me to show the chart?
I think it's easier for you because you're already there. You're already sharing, and then you can explain me a bit of your thoughts on the super bullish meta. And what are your thoughts? I mean, like I said, we don't know. Like fundamentally, the I think the company is doing great. Company has good numbers. Zuckerberg is doing interviews here and there talking about good things, and I think this is the one of the reasons why it pumped up so much. Uh, Zuckerberg being like very optimistic about AI and about new products they're doing. So yeah, that's why.
Okay. So the first thing I want everybody to look at is how many 50% retracements have we had in these candles?
Um,
I'm going to mark off the ones that have not been retraced 50%.
okay.
This one has them.
So we'll use the
That's close.
50% strategy to analyze this one.
Well, you're going to say, I don't want people
Mm-hmm.
to say to me, oh, it doesn't work, right? Because it does work, but in some cases, as you can see here,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
Nothing is
black and white.
100%, right? Yeah, right. And this didn't retrace. This didn't retrace. This is when you see this, guys, when you see something like this, is a powerful trend. Is this a powerful trend? Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It finally retraced 50% of this candle here.
Mm-hmm.
This got retraced. 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 This didn't. A huge, powerful move. Did it retrace? Not on the first candle, but it did on the second. Right? Came back.
that's a beautiful
Why?
paper, no?
This one?
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
maybe
but
because it rejected the uptrend, and then the next one was
yeah.
yeah.
But why? Why this big move and this big correction?
Why?
Because this is an anomaly of a move. This is a big. Well, it's a big move, a huge move. Do we want these big, huge moves? No, we need stability. So when you have a big move, you're going to have a correction, and it corrected. Now this could be earnings, could be something else, it could be anything. But
Oh,
when
and
I
also
see a big candle like this,
earnings always boost the stock, and I think the previous 4 earnings something they've been like very very positive, like above the estimates.
yeah, but when you have a big move, you typically have a big retracement because people are selling off because they're going, oh, I want some of my money.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, beside the point, that's conjecture. So here's a big move, 50%, 50%. Didn't get 50%, but got it here.
Mm-hmm.
50%, 50%. Do I need to go on? What do I have here? I have big candle. I have big candle.
Another
Do I
big
have
candle,
50%? No. But we got 2 weeks to go before this candle is finished, and we got this here, which requires a 50%.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I looking at? It's hard to see on a monthly.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's right by that high right there.
Yeah.
Right? So let's go to a weekly. I want momentum. Right? Look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. What are we expecting? Down. Do we have a 50% here? Have I lost
Nope.
you?
I don't think we have the
There's the
50%.
50%.
Is it?
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
So
I drawn it correctly.
yeah.
Yeah, there it is there. But we also don't have a 50% here. I don't think. I create these ranges for us to trade. Look at this. Here we go. I got somebody email me said, give me the ranges. I don't have enough time to do this. So, okay. So look at this. Look at this. Is this a good area for this to come back to? Okay, let's draw the other thing that we like to do.
Levels
Right?
open
And
and
that's called
close.
a trend line.
Oh, trend lines, yes.
No, not yet. Yeah, I'm going to draw this trend line from here. All right.
All right.
And I'm going to draw from here. Actually, this one's better, right? But we can have an inside trend line. See, this is the outside trend line, and this is the inside trend line.
What do you mean?
Now,
We can have a.
did the market come up? You can have three trend lines. You can have another trend line. We can do a trend line right here. This is we have the long-term outer, right? The long-term outer trend line, which is this one right here. Then we have the outer trend line, which is this one here, and then we have an inner trend line here. Or actually, we can actually have another trend line. So this is the second outer trend line. So we have this trend line here, right? Because we're drawing across the low, right? So we have this trend line. So remember this here, 50% probability coming back to this trend line. Yes or no? We've got this gap between here. We've got the market likes stability. It likes the growth. It likes the trajectory to be readable, right? We've got a big gap here. So it needs to come back, because who wants to buy it? Well, the gap is between this trend line here. The gap is between this trend line here, because it's come back here. Look, when it got to here, it came back down, went up, came back down and hit this trend line. This trend line was formed here, right? If I move this trend line, it broke the trend line. So I'll do it just for your sake, because I can hear your brain. See, look, on that low, see how it broke the trend lines? So when it breaks the trend line, you just eliminate the trend line. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
So that trend line's not valid anymore.
Okay.
So now we need a new one, and it made a new one here. Came up, tested it. Came up, didn't quite make it. No point me drawing one here because it broke. But came back up here, came back close to here. Came back up here, came back close. Came up here, hit that. Came up, we could draw another trend line. And it hasn't come back towards this trend line. So part one of my belief is what's happening to this. This is on a weekly chart, right? I don't want to buy this. I want it to come down to here first and hit this trend line. This is the 50% of the previous week's candle. Yes?
So the first level you will look at is the 50% of the previous candle, which is like around 699.
Right now.
Yes.
But we also have this week's candle is finished. So that means we got a new weekly candle happening. Does that make sense? Right? On Sunday or Monday, whenever you look at this, you'll have a new candle. Right? And look where the high is, and the 50%. The high of the previous candle, the 50% are very close.
Yes.
Right? So this is the first level. So when this opens, I'm expecting it to come here. If it comes here, so the first thing I want it to do is have this level right here, this close and open. So this price is 73676. The first thing I want to do before I do anything on a daily chart is be below 73676. There's the price level. If I'm below that, I'm expecting this to retrace to this level here of 72569. If I go underneath that, I'm expecting it to come back to this level right here, this close and open right here. If I come to there and it closes underneath, which is 71371, I'm expecting it to go to this 50%. And so on, and so on, and so on. If it breaks this trend line, I'm expecting it to go to this trend line. Why? Because how trend lines work, if the market price breaks that trend line, it may test it, which you wait for that test. What kind of test do you wait for? If a candle breaks this trend line here, if it breaks this trend line here, what should you wait for before you place, let's say this market comes here, let's say a candle breaks here. It's broken the trend line, yes?
Yeah.
The candle's closed here. A new candle is opening. I'm saying it's high probability to go to this trend line, yes? But what should you wait for first?
To reach the next 50%?
Oh, you're getting it. Yabba dabba bloody do. And actually, you measure the 50% of this candle and you put it back. You can go to the back side of the trend line or to the 50%. And you've got this 50%. So you wait for that to happen and then you put a sell down here and then you sell it down towards this trend line. You
Okay,
starting to see what I'm saying
I
here?
I understand, but the I think what is tricky here is, okay, you say, okay, we would wait for the next 50% retracement, but how do you see it in real time? Are you seeing it on the, okay, and you, I remember you said 4 candles. You need 4 candles to define your, to confirm your entry or something like that, if I
No, no,
remember.
no. Four candles is confirming a swing.
Okay,
You're trading a swing.
okay, but
Be-
okay, how do you confirm the
because because
50%?
the four candles is going to give you an expectation that there's going to be a retracement,
Hmm.
right? That's why you look out for four candles. So how do I know it's going to retrace 50%?
Yeah, what if, okay, it retraces 50%, but it's only at the wick of the candle, it doesn't stay there, and it bounces off the 50% and it goes on the opposite
Well,
direction.
I've never said it has to stay there. I
Uh-huh.
said you want it to retrace today. You want it to hit there. Because what's it doing? If I get a 50% retracement and it rejects, that's what I want. But what I want is a
Hmm.
test of this candle. That is my test. If it hits 50%, it's going to come back down and close on this low here. So if it hits the 50% and comes in and gets me in, I put a sell here. But if it doesn't reach the 50%, I'm not going to put my sell here because it has a high probability to go to 50%. And I know, like we've counted down here, we have a whole bunch that have not been. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 have not retraced. But we've got 7. There's one here. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. We got another one. We got 8. 30, 31, 32, 33. We got another one. 9, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. We got another one. 10. Ah, dear. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. Okay, I don't want to count anymore
Yeah.
because I think you saw from there 66, 10 have not hit. But I think that's good friggin' odds. And you can count them all up yourself because that's a lot. The thing is, it's probability, right?
Probability.
Probability. Are these going to get hit? I'm not aiming for these ones down here. I'm not going to go towards these 50% ones here until I'm down here. If I'm down below this low, I'm saying, oh, I'm targeting this 50%. It hasn't been hit. So I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to target 50%. I'm going all the way down here. I'm not that stupid. Come on. Right? We have to be practical. We have to realize that the odds of this happening, that it's going to go down to 133.01, oh, I would bet my whole future that Meta is not going to go down to here.
That makes
Right?
sense, yeah.
Right. And remember, down here, this was in 2023, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just saying, right? So
Okay, but
we got to be, you got to be have common sense too.
do you believe this can keep going? The Mark Zuckerberg pump can keep going? Is it sustainable? Do you think?
Okay.
How much longer do you think it can happen?
Well, we're always going to get some kind of correction, but you have to understand one thing: stocks are made to go up.
Yes.
Now, you guys should write this on a piece of paper and stick it somewhere because that's how the market works. Stocks are made to go up. That's it. They don't go up all the time. There has to be a correction. There's got to be. That's the way it works. We're expecting a correction here. I'm expecting a correction. We've had 4 bullish candles go up with hardly any retracement. I'm at least expecting some kind of retracement to that first trend line. That trend line right here.
Mm-hmm.
The pink trend line. If it breaks that trend line, I'm expecting it to go to the blue. If it breaks the blue, I'm expecting it to go to the black. Now, remember, I'm not saying it's going to happen in a week, right? But see this blue line here, this right here, this is where I believe this market could go to before it goes back up again. Now, could I be wrong? Yes. This is why I have rules. So this opens, right? If it closes above this high, it's making a new high. It's made a new high, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Right? But now that's 5 highs in a row.
Yeah.
So that means this. You got to wait until, let's just say for argument's sake, I want you to understand this scenario. The new weekly candle opens and it moves up, right? And remember, this is a weekly, but it's made a new all-time high. If we go to a daily,
Yeah.
it's the same high, right? See this daily right here? Look at these retracements. These have had retracements. There's still this one right here. Anyway, I keep going on about my retracements. So this goes up, right? And what if it makes a new daily high? We just keep following these rules. We wait until the price comes to a close of a previous week. Does that make sense, everybody? You understand that?
They open
I'm going to color it. I'm going to color it. I'm going to go back to the weekly. Right? This is this close, which will be the open of the new week. Right? See that black line there?
Yeah.
Right? So we want to wait until price on the daily is underneath that level. 73743 before we start deciding to sell. Now, do you want to buy? Okay. You want to know how I would buy?
Okay, yeah. Tell me.
Well, yes or no?
Yes.
All right. See this higher? See this higher? See this higher right here?
You would buy there.
You could put a pending buy there because you have momentum. So if you want to take advantage of the momentum, you can put a pending buy, and then it just breaks it. But to me, it's too extended.
Yeah.
I want to wait for a retracement. I don't want to buy high, guys. I want to buy low. If I'm down by this blue line here, which is a 50% retracement, I would not mind buying. Now, how do I buy from there? Well, price has to be above. It has to hit it. It would be great if it closed underneath on a daily, right? And then retrace back while you're waiting for the retracement, close above it. Because then closing above it, you can look to buy it up and maybe make a new high before it comes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. But so many levels.
You laugh.
Oh, so many levels.
No,
Okay.
there's not. No. There's not so many levels. Okay, let me correct you.
Correct.
There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. You're only looking at we looked at the possibilities of going all the way down here. Let me rephrase this so you understand.
Okay.
We are only looking at this right now. We were looking at potential. These are your levels right here.
Open and close, close and open. And the 50 and the previous close.
No, wait, just wait.
I'm waiting.
Just hold your horses.
I'm waiting.
Right. This is it. This is your level right here.
Okay.
Right? Now we add the 50%, which is actually right by that high right there, if I remember, as an added extra. Right? What do you trade on? Do you trade on the 4 hour, 1 hour, or not? Nothing. Or you just leave it at
this? Nothing. I put the daily and then 4 hour and then.
All right. Because we're waiting for price to be closed on the daily, we put it on the daily. Look where the 50% is, on the low, on the close and open. So I said, I want a retracement. I don't do anything until I retrace. We've had great retracement on this daily candles, have we not? So here's the strategy. I wasn't thinking we were going to do this. We're really going over time here.
Don't
Okay.
don't say like if you don't like it.
Oh, I love it. Don't tell me. I do really enjoy it. So, as hopefully people can realize. You know why I get so excited? I get so excited because
The
this function here, no one will teach you this. You're not going to learn this in most places. You'll learn the simple, price actions. No one will show you this. No one will show you how to set up the trade. Because now I'm setting this up for you, right?
oh,
This
let's
is a
go.
50%,
This is the gold.
right?
Let's see.
Now I said to you, we want to close above this on the daily. Like, see this one, we're already closed above it, right? But if we're buying, we want to be closed. But we don't want to buy until we have a retracement. Can we have a little retracement? We want this 50% to be retraced. That's what we want. If we get this 50% retraced, it stays here, we can go buy it further. Does that make sense?
So if it retraces to the 50%, it stays there. When it touches,
It doesn't stay there. What do you mean it stays
Oh,
there?
sorry. Okay. When it reaches there, it means it's gonna bounce.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to word it that you understand what I'm trying to say here. You want it violated, which means you want price to hit it. Okay? So once it's hit it, that's good.
Now, once it's hit on the daily, on the 4 hour. Okay, on the daily.
Daily. Well, if it hits on the 4 hour, it's going to hit on the. If it hits on the daily, it's going to hit on the 4 hour as well, right? It's going to hit it. It's going to hit it, right? It doesn't matter what you're on, but the important part is this: you want it to close above or below.
Now, how strict, daily? How strict is this level? Can you go to the 4 hour again?
I want you to repeat what I just said because I think you just brushed past it. It was very important. We don't look at levels on the 4 hour. Okay. We're not looking at defining these levels. You've got a definition. Okay, let me see if I can do it this way. All right, let's see if this resistance.
Yes.
Support.
Okay.
Makes sense now?
Yeah, it makes sense.
The 50% mean, back to the mean, right? This is in between the support and resistance. If you're under this, where are you going?
Down to support.
Right. If you're above this, where are you going?
Up to resistance.
Right. What could stop you? This. This could stop, have a little retracement before it goes. These are barriers that you might hit. Make sense? Now I've drawn it in such a way you should be able to understand it. Do you want to buy here? Yes or no?
No.
What are the rules of buying at resistance?
What are the rules?
You tell me.
I don't know. Are they new rules?
We don't buy at resistance.
We don't buy at resistance. I see. We buy only when it's past. No?
If it's past, what does it become?
Then it becomes support.
Do we buy at support?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not even thinking of buying until we're above here. But what I'm trying to say to you is this. Don't think about buying up here because we've got it pretty exhausted up there for a while. Wait till we get a retracement first, preferably to here, right? And then if it keeps going, great. right? And then buy from here. But if it comes to this level right here, wait until you're above this level to start thinking about looking to buy up here. Does that make sense? But you need to be above here. I'm not saying buy here. I'm saying now you start to think, well, I'm here. Now I'm going to wait until I'm close above. You've had your retracement. You've had this, because this is how the market likes to work. You have now got this. You got this. You have this. And now you have this. Just like you have it here. See what I'm doing? See?
Yep.
This is what this is. You can go all through here and find this scenario. Like this one here. There's a low, right? There's a high, right? There's a, well, it's the same as a retracement. Maybe that's a bad example, but all these, right? You know, because the retracement is the test. It's testing if it's strong enough to go further, right? So that retracement, but you can make good money with the retracement. You can see that, right? So this is, and we didn't even look at the monthly, right? Look, this monthly has a retracement level here, as we know, right? So at the end of the month, now this is, what is this level right here? Based on everything we talked about, what is this level right here? What is it?
Support.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, heavy support, right? And if I've got a low there, oh, we got a low right here. So the level, because we got a low on the, oh, you bugger. Okay, because we have a low right here, which is underneath the open close, this creates a level. This is the biggest support level. Does that make sense?
Makes sense, yes.
That's what you do.
Wow. Okay.
So then you take this to the weekly, so you trade every week. Look at that level. Look at that level. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? As it going there? No idea, but I'm aiming for it. But you got to pass these other levels. You go to the daily. Look where it is. Now you're all cured up. And it's like, is it possible? Well, we use trend lines, right? So we can draw a trend line from here. Here's the main trend line. Could it? Is it? Yeah, it could. Right? On a daily chart. New one goes up, comes back down, it hits that level, and then goes back up. Trading's not that difficult. The hardest thing you're going to have in trading is yourself.
Yeah.
You just follow these simple nuances of how the market works. Look, the 50% works because that's how the market does it. It works. It does it all the time. There is another thing I'm going to try and show you. Right, let's see if it, what I like to do is
Fibonacci.
Define. No,
No.
not Fibonacci. Nah, too much to go over with Fibonacci. Too much. But the, okay, so the 4 hour. So if you define the overall, look, 236, first one, 382, second one, 50. Look at this, from this low to high, hit the 236. Then you go up to another high, 236. What's this telling you? It's telling you this is a really strong uptrend. because it's not going past the 236. Make sense? Then this one, oh, it started to crack the 236 because it needs a correction.
Yeah.
You seeing this?
Yeah.
Right? Again, 236. Didn't hit it. So high. We had one here, didn't go. Another high, didn't go. Very strong trend. Right?
Wow.
So now we're here. Where's the 236? Way down here. So we may have another high to go to, because if I look at it overall, I'm looking, well, this is probably a good place for the market to come to. But anyway, hopefully you guys understood this. Hopefully this made sense. I know we kind of, the whole show got taken over. Look at this. Look at this level. 236 on the daily. Look at it. Look where the price is reacting.
Yeah.
Look, boing. Do you think this is a good level? Look at this level. Yeah. High, broke it. Do you think this is a high probability to come back to here? When it comes back to there, what do you think could happen? It could go up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Before it comes back down and hits this 236 again.
Wow.
Look at this level. Boing. You want me to do Fibonacci's next? Next week? Well, we're going to have fun. Anyway, boy, oh boy, this kind of got away from us, didn't it?
A little bit, but I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. Both the gold analysis and the meta analysis. Awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully, people understood it. Hopefully, makes sense to try it out.
Yeah. Wait just a second.
Wow, we're at 11 o'clock, man. Wow, hour and a half. So, is there any other questions that are outstanding?
Not really.
No? Okay. All right.
No, I think.
All right. Well, let's call it a day. That was exciting. As you can tell, guys, I get very passionate about it because it works. And if you follow the rules, I wanted to talk about a mistake I made, but you know what? That can wait for next time. I'll explain it next time. When you have those rules, follow them. Very, very important. And if you follow them, you have a high percentage of it working out. We counted 64 candles, and out of 60, we could have kept going. 10 did not hit the 50%. That's good probability. So if you traded 74 candles to that 50%, right? 10 would have lost, 64 would have won. Do you think you would be a happy camper?
A happy camper.
I know I would be. I would be, because you're risking not as much as you are getting in reward. So if you risk 100 and your reward is 200, you're doing okay. You've won overall. You've got like a 90% win rate. If I do my math right, Anyway, all right, Isaac. Thanks, buddy. Have a good weekend. Long weekend for us, right?
Yeah,
Family Day
weekend,
Monday.
let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, market's closed as well, no?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well,
unless it's a holiday. Is it a holiday in the States?
Yeah, stock market's closed on Monday.
Is it a holiday in the States? Must be a holiday in the States.
Yeah, it's George Washington's birthday.
Oh, I thought George Washington was dead.
I don't know.
That was mean. Sorry, Americans. I didn't mean that. That was pretty rude.
Let me just double check here. February 17th. Yeah, Washington's birthday. Happy birthday, Washington. Even though you're dead. Sorry to hear that.
Let's see here. Fly filter. Bank holiday, yeah, all day. Bank holiday. Look at that. Only North America. So Europe's open.
Yeah.
Might get some action. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, trade safe, guys.
All right.
Thanks for joining us. Keep them questions coming. And yes, I know I've been saying it, but I think we're going to start putting some videos on our YouTube channel here, and you can get the best of both worlds. So have a great weekend. All right, talk to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.
Awesome. Bye.